Barcelona games are back, and with that, Flick tactics are back. I am here with another tactical video for you guys. Guys, in this video, I'm going to show you what I really liked, what I kind of liked, and what I didn't like about Barcelona in the last game. Before we get started, though, make sure you like this video. Make sure you comment your thoughts. Let me know what do you think worked really well and what do you think didn't work well in the last game for Barcelona. Also, while you're there, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it. All right, so from the very first moments of this game, I want to show you an amazing play by Danny Olmo. Unfortunately, I don't have the footage, but he picked up the ball all the way to the middle and just carry the ball all the way down almost inside the box. He does make a really good read. He waits for the defenders. He waits for both defenders here to just kind of move around and opens up the space for Lamine Yamal down the sideline. Unfortunately, Lamine Yamal kind of has this. He misses the easy ones, but he always scores the hard ones. And honestly, this, I think, in my opinion, if you ask me, some people say Lamine Yamal had a rusty game. I thought he had a good game. When you take into account that he could have had this goal and he could have had another goal that I'm going to show you in a little bit later in this video, Lamine Yamal essentially, being rusty, can score 4 goals in 45 minutes. That is insane, ladies and gentlemen. What kind of player do you guys know that can do that in a game? And that is Lamine Yamal. And he also had the first goal as a number 10, but I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself. Danny Olmo, like I said, he is our number 10. A lot of people didn't, from what I've been hearing, I listened to a lot of content creators. They didn't like Danny Olmo's game. Now, I thought that also Gavi didn't have the best game. Now, after I'm looking at film and I'm looking at some of these highlights, I'm starting to turn around. I'm starting to come around on the Gavi game, and the same thing can be said about Danny Olmo. Now, Danny Olmo has been making bad mistakes, not just when it comes to shooting, but also when he can also just make a better pass. In this instance, though, it's not going to be one of them because he passes right to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal is incredibly patient here. He waits and then he takes a good shot. I get the idea. He still needs to work on his finishing, but this season, I expect Lamine Yamal to be better than last season, and it already looks like he will be better than last season. And unfortunately, he hits the post, but he finds Lewandowski, who, let's be honest, he's going to score these. He makes a living scoring these tap-ins every single time. I know a lot of people hate it because of that, but his goals are nothing special. But at the end of the day, that's his job, is to score goals, and he did that. Now, in this play, I'm going to make sure that I have the framing correctly. In this play, now Koundé is making an incredible progression pass. He reads the spacing really well. Now, what I did not like was also Danny Olmo not making the right play once again. And I'm going to play and pause it here just a second. You see, he's trying to be overconfident here. Why do I say that? It's because even from little leagues, they always teach you when the ball's coming from your right, the best way to control it is with your opposite foot. In this instance, that would be your right foot. That would be your left foot, not your right foot. Now, I've seen Messi do this to where it's kind of an orthodox kind of control, where he would do that with the right, but that takes an incredible amount of control. If Dani Olmo makes the easy control, which is with his left, wait for the ball with his left and kind of lean into, that's literally a one-on-one against the goalkeeper. But instead, what happens is he tries to control it with his right, and he misses the control, and the ball goes out. This should have been a one-on-one, 1,000%. I'm just gonna to put it to you like this. Now, as far as Danny Olmo, I think he had an okay game. He had better than people think. Danny Olmo is one of those players that also gets a lot of criticism from the team while playing, pretty well. As a number 10, that's all you can ask. A lot of the plays that he was making great reads as well. But it's nothing perfect. It's a preseason. I hope that he can make adjustments. Now, this is going to be Lamine Yamal's first goal as a number 10. And I loved it because, that's the thing that I've always said about Lamine Yamal, that is just miles ahead of everyone. He is willing to take people one-on-one, two-on-one, even three-on-one, but he's so unpredictable because you can defend him quite well and still not be able to make a play here, because as we can see, two players are staying with him, Danny Olmo, and I love that, by the way, how this Barcelona team can just make runs, and we are so dynamic offensively, and there's so much we can throw at any given moment that everything becomes really unpredictable. And as we're about to see, Lamine Yamal sees Danny Olmo going down in between the numbers, right? And Lamine Yamal is going to try to heel pass. Defenders make a great read and actually block the pass, but it bounces back to Lamine Yamal, and at that point he's basically gone. He's going to take all the space that he's basically sees right here, and is just going to take a shot, and it was a good one, and it was a banger. Now the goalkeeper, I don't think that was so close to the post, and Lamine Yamal does this a lot. Okay, Lamine Yamal will take a lot of shots so close to the post, and that's one of the reasons why Leo Messi, it reminds me of Messi in a way, because he just finds, Leo Messi would hit the post all the time, and it kind of drives me nuts. But that's the only way to make this so many goals, is just to make him unstoppable. And in this case, the goalkeeper, there's nothing he could do. It was too close to the post, and that was the first Lamine Yamal goals. Okay, so on this play, what I can see is that we have Kubarsi here and Araujo, right? And Araujo just makes a mistake, but I do see Kubarsi kind of saying here, like, well, this is offsides, and he knows that he's offsides because he's got man on this guy over here. So Kubarsi already knows this play is not going anywhere because this is going to be an offside position. So what I don't like is obviously Araujo, right? Araujo doesn't learn from his mistakes. He's gonna go behind his defender, when in reality he needs to be or either in front of him, or he needs to be he needs to be right behind him, like Araujo, for what he wants to do. I believe that he should be like right here. Araujo should be there. If he's not going to be there, at least instead of going behind him, around him, then you try to anticipate the play. That's the only way I can see. I can see it working, because the way that the Araujo defended this play, it's almost like I'm letting the number 9 take a shot, and I am going to block it. So he's basically counting on the fact that he's going to block the shot. And that's a lot of that. To me, that's the literal definition of a gamble, because he tries to go around him right there, and at that point, then what are we doing? I mean, the 9 has the upper hand, because he can just shoot it right away, and guess what? Lo and behold, that's a goal, ladies and gentlemen. And honestly, he should be either behind him or he should be in front of him, one or the other. They're both banking on the fact that this was offsides. It was, but it still goes to show the poor mechanics of one Ronal Araujo, unfortunately. And then, so this play, it brings me back. So Rafinha makes an incredible run here, and unfortunately, I don't have the footage. I don't want to make this video too long today, but Rafinha makes an incredible run, the best run of the game. He crosses in between the numbers. He sees Danny Olmo. Danny Olmo is going to make a terrible mistake here. Well, actually, he makes two terrible mistakes. Number one, so he controls it really well, and that's kind of what I was saying. Do you see how Danny Olmo controlled this time? He gets the cross. He doesn't control it with his unorthodox leg, which is his left. He's controlling it the way that he should, which is his right, and the ball is in front of him. So the first mistake that he's gonna make is that this right here should be an easy goal. I mean, you're in front of the goal. You do have the two defenders, but in reality, the what he should be doing is that he should be getting the ball to Lamine Yamal. He is the number 10. We don't need Danny Olmo to score every single game. We need Danny Olmo to feed the wingers, feed the number 9s, and he's not doing that. That's my only issue with Danny Olmo. He's trying to be a little bit too individualistic here. No, I don't like that at all, because you can see here Lamine Yamal has an easy tap in, easy goal, one-on-one against the keeper if Danny Olmo just makes the play. And instead, he slides, and yeah, buddy, yeah, he doesn't get a good grip on the ball, and yeah, he's gonna go wide, and he barely misses it. By the way, he could have easily scored, but that's not the point. I rather my number 10 make the right read, make the right pass, then try to shoot it and barely score, or even if he scores. I just want my number 10 to make the right play, and he's lacking that. And it's frustrating for me because Danny Olmo is just like Lamine Yamal sometimes. They score they score the hard ones and miss the easy ones. Sometimes it's an easy pass, he miss, and sometimes it's a hard pass and he'll make it. And I'm about to show you in just a little bit after this goal. Unfortunately, I don't have the footage right before this pass that hits this guy in stride here. But the issue here is obviously it was Kubarsi who was leaving him onside, and it was also Jules Koundé who was leaving him onside, but Kubarsi was way back, not even close. At least Koundé was kind of close, but he was still leaving this guy onside. Unfortunately, it's a counter, and that's the one thing that Barcelona still cannot get it right. We're letting our goalkeepers hand out to dry, and let me remind you, because this guy, he's going to just he's take advantage of his speed. He looks like he's really strong, and he takes an incredible shot and scores right on John Garcia. Now, what did I say? If you're a fan of this channel, you heard me say this before. Barcelona lets their goalkeepers hand out to dry. They just do. I said be patient with John Garcia because he needs to adapt to the high line. And honestly, we are gonna give him a lot of one-on-ones. He's not gonna be able to stop every single one of them because, this system doesn't. It's not suited to be a goalkeeper friendly, for lack of a better word. If you know what I'm saying, and it showed in this game how two plays, one of them that should have been offsides, but this was the one that really we got scored on. And John Garcia, there's nothing he could do. That the guy made an incredible play, an incredible shot, an incredible run. Give them credit, but Kubarsi left them on side. Koundé left them on side. So those are the things that we could have done differently, and we could have helped out John Garcia to have a better game. So before we go out and blame John Garcia, there's nothing I'm seeing on film that would tell you that John Garcia made any mistakes in this game. So what did I mean by Danny Olmo is just like Lamine Yamal sometimes, because he wouldn't make the easy pass to Lamine down the right, but he will make this incredible Leo Messi style pass down and hit him in stride. An amazing pass, by the way. Danny Olmo puts it like a glove, and it was just incredible. Hits him in stride, cuts inside, Leo Messi style, and bang. That's the one thing that Lamine can do in every single game, take over the game. And like I said, new King has arrived. That's why he did the King celebration, because he is the number 10. And I love it, man. I'm here for it. Real Madrid is all losing their minds. They're going crazy, and they're saying that he's arrogant. I don't care, man. They used to say that Cristiano Ronaldo, when he did all these things, that it was just attitude, and it was leadership, and it was competitiveness. And when Lamine Yamal would do something like that, it's arrogance. So it's double standard, right? We all know that. This play is one of the few instances where Marcus Rashford will take a shot, and I'm loving it because I said it on the past tactical video. I said Marcus Rashford, there was a few times where he could have passed, when he could have taken a shot, and he just passed. He was too passive. He didn't want to be annihilate anyone. He didn't want to make the wrong play in any way. But I'm glad I'm seeing it taking shots. And this play, we're gonna see. I don't know if this is Kobarsi or Jeffrey Torrens here, making an incredible run, open up the space so that this guy can move around on that side and just create all this room here. And as we are about to see, he takes this guy doesn't really take the bait, but he did. Jeffrey Torrens did create this space, enough space for Marcus Rashford to take the shot. Unfortunately, he doesn't hit the ball that well, and the goalkeeper makes a good save, but it's not it's not really well put to where that he was even close to making a goal here. But I do love to see, and the one thing I will say about Marcus Rashford is that he's not going to have a ton of opportunities, but he will get his opportunities, and we need to just give him time. I think this game in particular, he played better than the game before, even though the game before he had more chances. But in this game, he looked more composed. He looked more settled. He looked more adding more that some of the stuff we don't have. I saw him taking players on a few runs. I saw him picking up a ball for the second time in the middle of the field, making a pass to the left flank and opening up opportunities for Barcelona. He already created, in my opinion, he had an assist. He created another goal before that in the other game. So that's almost 2 GAs so far. It's not me trying to overhype him, but what I'm saying is I am seeing good signs of Marcus Rashford trending in the right direction. I'm expecting him to score sooner rather than later. So what I am gonna see and say on this part is just something that I was so amazed by, and I'm so happy. Gavi will see Cristensen going down here. He's already as we can see. Cristensen, I don't know if you guys can see him, but Christensen is right here. Let me see if you guys can see him. Yeah, you can. So Christensen's down here. He's going to ask for the ball. He's already asking, and Gavi is looking at him, and it's just gonna give him a pass. And nobody was expecting Christensen to just take a shot all the way from there. But as you can see, he's actually very smart, because we can see all this spacing here. And there's nobody there to defend this type of shot, and Christensen sees the opportunity and just bangs it into the back of the net. That was one of my favorite goals, by the way, and especially I love the fact that it was Christensen. We need to keep Christensen for next season. I'm just gonna be furious if we lose Christensen for next season. You guys can't see Rooney Bargy right now. He's down here right now, and Rooney Bargy has been playing incredible. By the way, he's gonna be the steal of the summer window. I already said this. Like he's on the squad. He's gonna be on the squad. He's gonna be helping the team next season, and I am so happy. That's what I wanted to see. That's why I was so excited to watch preseason games. In this instance, though, he will make a mistake because he does see that there's a player here and there's a player there. There's two options, but he kind of puts the ball in the middle, and it creates a chance for Seoul to score. Fortunately, he doesn't make the right finish. Don't have the good enough control to be able to do that, and that was good for us because this guy he could have scored too, as you can see him right there, but he just didn't have the control against a top tier team. We probably would get scored on, so I'm hoping that Rooney Bargi can tighten up the screws here a little bit and just make a better pass next time. This is gonna be a good pass from Jeffrey, and as we can see, dude, I'm so impressed what I'm seeing from Jeffrey. I don't want Barcelona to go after another. I don't want to see Barcelona go after another kid. After I'm seeing, I don't want to get another signing. I don't want to get Grimaldo. I want Barcelona to give a shot to Jeffrey Torres, and not only because it saves us money, but also because we can grow our La Masia players. And this is an incredible pass. This is an amazing pass. I cannot believe how good that pass was, and puts it right where he should be. Ferran Torres, which by the way is one of the most underrated players you'll see in today's game, and was good on this play. You know how he cuts inside. This guy, he thinks Ferran Torres will take a shot, and he just baits, and he cuts inside. And what I wish Ferran Torres would have given the ball to Marcus Rashford. I think that would have been the right play to do. Not only because it's the right play, but also because it gets Rashford, with that first goal. Like, new players are always trying to find, especially attackers, right? So might as well just get it all right, get it over with, and give Marcus Rashford an opportunity to score here. But he doesn't. Instead, he makes the toughest play, and as good as Ferran Torres is, he's able to do that and takes a tough shot and scores it, because he does this game in and game out. He's so underrated. But I wish he would have given the ball to Rashford there. Rashford would have scored, and then finally, we can get it over with. But instead, we're gonna just keep rolling over every single game and overlooking and trying to see when is the day that he's going to score, right? I wish we could have just gotten over with it right then and there. Again, Rooney Bargi, guys. Rooney Bargi has been attacking extremely well, even though he does not have the best support in this game. He didn't have, because he played with Hector Fort. And Rashford and Rooney Bargi are two players that have not gotten a chance to play with the number one team. They've been playing with the B team. Now they've been playing extremely well, but I wish to see them playing with the best team out there. But it's Barcelona, so no matter what team you're playing with, it's gonna be a bunch of ballers, And Rooney Bargius, I already said that I'm falling in love with this player. Fantastic. I can't believe we got him for 2 million, man. That was a steal of the century. And then so like he's playing with this team like he's been playing in the La Masia for a long time, and this is just gonna be great connections all over the place. The Rooney Bargis, the Gavis, the Fermin, the give and goes. This is so underrated how Gavi will just pick up the ball here, just solely on this goal alone. Gavi gets a batch of good game. That was a bad take, because during the post-game show I said that Gavi didn't have a good game, and people were calling me out, and you guys are totally right, by the way. I have no issue saying when I'm wrong, and I was wrong. Gavi actually had a good game after watching some film, rewatching the game. I saw the light. Gavi did play extremely well. By the way, this is an incredible control, and the one thing that he can do is that he can just take great shots and take good shots, and it's going to be tough for goalkeepers. Now, can the goalkeeper would have done a better job there? Yes, he could have, but he didn't. So that was a good play by Gavi. Unfortunately, our defense still lacking. We're still giving a lot of spacing. We're still giving a lot of opportunities to defenders, no matter who it is, and we're too soft. At the end of the day, man, we are too soft. We're marking this player. It's like, what are we doing? Are we just letting people shoot now? Whatever happened to sliding or doing something, right? So not only Barcelona gives a ton of space in there, but also we really defended quite poorly there as well. Now, in this play, this is going to be the last goal, which is Ferran Torres. I do want to point out that the Marcus Rashford is going to make a really good play. He knows how to find the guys. He's going to be a weapon for Barcelona. He will try to find spacing and finds Ferran Torres here. And as we're about to see, he's a threat, and when people see his height, people see his physical abilities, and people think that he's gonna be so selfish and try to look for a shot, that it's gonna create more space, more space, and more runs. And what Ferran Torres is so good at here is that so Marcus Rashford is gonna look like he's going to create space to take a big shot. But instead, look at Ferran Torres. He's already looking into moving into space, and what he does is extremely well. Because Ferran Torres makes an incredible run, and there's four. Marcus Rashford is dragging four defenders so that Ferran Torres can take this pass and basically bang. Dude, that is all we can ask for sometimes when we're talking about our players, when we're talking about how we're functioning. Don't look at just the goals. Look at what we are creating. Look at what Rashford was dragging four defenders, leaving Ferran Torres by himself, and Ferran Torres gets the glory, but nobody talks what Rashford is doing in that play. So just to give you an example, how we need to be looking at the game instead of just looking at the stats. Overall, I thought Barcelona had a great game. My takeaways, though, I will make a follow-up video or my 4 key takeaways of this game, possibly tomorrow or the next day. But then again, let me know, guys, if I missed anything in this game. Let me know down in the comments how you feel about this game in particular. And guys, I'll catch you guys on the next video. But before you do that, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. We're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of the month, and I would appreciate if you guys help me out. But guys, I'll catch you guys on the